Okay, next is downtime. So we got 2 downtime activities per. Remember, guys, you can pay 1 rep or 1 coin to get another downtime action or increase the level of your downtime action's results.
Okay.
Let's start with Marco. First downtime action.
I'm going to relieve stress.
By stealing and pickpocketing
Stealing stuff. That'll do 6.
Did you overindulge?
No.
All right.
That'll bring me back down to 1 stress.
Coyote.
Oh, wait, no.
I am going to relieve stress.
Okay, by...
Oh, stealing.
Fine. So remember, when you relieve stress...
Oh, I should say it first.
You roll your lowest one, so it's inside. So you did it right. Okay. So you lose 5 stress.
Yes.
And, you're just stealing and picking pockets as well.
Thank goodness.
I mean, I don't think that I'll be picking... Well, I'm going to be shoplifting.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm getting away with it, man.
Yeah.
You gotta
'Cause
replace all those
I'm that
fabrics
damn
he's
good.
ruined.
You're just like, oh, man.
Oh, yeah, well... No. No, I think... Accessories. I'm stealing accessories.
Yeah. Keep you flush with cash to
Yeah.
buy things you need.
You gotta get all those
All right.
stones so you can stone
Caelin.
those tights.
First downtime action.
Look at my smile.
You got some long-term projects. You got some stress.
I'm like a model.
You got some heat you could reduce for the crew. Excuse me.
Would dealing with
Train.
Arkady be any of those things?
Um,
Or could that just be something that I knew?
you can just do that. You don't have to waste
Okay,
the
cool.
downtime action on it.
I guess I should relieve stress, although
How many do you have?
4.
So you do have a chance to overindulge.
Should I do it?
It's up to you.
It's up to
You only
you.
overindulge on a 5 and
Well,
6?
because I waited until
do
I
it.
had more than
Just
6.
do it.
Just do it, okay.
Yeah, it's not an indulgence if you don't overindulge sometimes.
1.
1.
One. So you have 3 stress now.
You do not overindulge.
Do
That's pretty good.
you have 2 dots and everything?
This
You
is
do,
good.
right? You have 2 dots in prowl and skirmish here.
I
can't tell if those are marked or not.
No.
No, so that's 1, 2.
Yeah.
So there's 2.
Oh, you mean in prowess?
Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry,
2 here.
prowess.
Yes.
The lowest
So
one.
yeah, you need to roll another dice because you always roll your lowest
Oh.
your resistance.
Should I
roll.
just redo it?
2.
No, you
No,
roll
you just
one,
roll another
so
one.
just
You
roll
roll the one, you roll another one.
6. So you
All
do
right,
overindulge.
So you do overindulge.
Oh.
So all your
yeah,
stress-
I wouldn't have
So your
recommended
stress
that
is
if it
gone.
was 2 dice. That's-
So
Yeah.
So what happens?
all your stress goes
that's a big
away.
difference.
Okay.
And then you get to pick one of these.
Okay.
You either attract trouble, which means I select or roll an additional entanglement, which I have the table here. You brag about your exploits, which gives the crew +2 heat and will push them into a wanted level. You get lost. You play a different character until this one returns from their bender, or whatever. You get too wrapped up in your
Like
investigation.
in the next session?
Yeah, so you get a whole new character. Like your character gets too involved in like their like
Wow, that's interesting.
obligation. Or you're tapped, so your current purveyor cuts you off, find a new source for your vice. So your current trail about your partner's murder goes cold.
Okay, I can deal with that.
You can deal with it going. So you're gonna have to like take actions to try and get back on the path then, or try to find some other connection because you were investigating Jaren, right? The blue coat officer
I was just investigating everything around it.
who was tied into it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he can't leave because he is like really important person in the. He can't like leave.
He doesn't leave.
City.
What I'm saying is that your evidence that you're gathering against him doesn't add up anymore.
How about a part of the file that I was investigating that was like the strongest lead suddenly was no longer available?
Oh, we get some intrigue with it.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, and once you
like
find
like one that I had been relying on getting information from.
Down at like the city clerk office or
Yeah,
something.
or something like
Oh,
that.
that could be really cool.
All
So,
of a sudden, it's just like,
so
where does it go? And it's like, they noticed that it'd been taken out at weird
that sounds
times,
good.
and so they decided they need to move it to restricted.
So Marco is posing as a city clerk.
Yeah.
That's like your cover.
Yeah.
So could it be that you were helping her out?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
sure.
one day you just come
That makes
down.
perfect sense.
And then your friends or whatever's like, that file no longer exists.
Yeah. Yeah. They,
Or like, it never existed.
they like buried it. Yeah.
Like, I don't,
Whoa.
like, she might not even like, she doesn't even pay enough attention that she remembers getting it for me because she gets so many files every day.
So you're gonna have to.
And I'm not a very memorable person.
You're gonna have to take action to
Yeah, no, that's fine.
get it. Okay, or you're gonna have to find a new vice. One of the two.
Nah, that will always be my vice.
Until it's resolved.
Until it's resolved.
Cool.
Or I am
All right.
dead.
Awesome. Arthur.
Stress.
Okay. Thrill seeking with the bottle again.
Yes. So do I have to roll the attune first, or does it just? Is it just I say I do it and then I roll a stress?
Let's make a fortune roll for a tune. Yeah.
All right.
No reason to push yourself. So roll a tune.
All right.
I'm going to see how many segments on the Arthur Enters the Game clock I hit.
All right.
Ooh.
So that's a 6 and something.
So 0 segments. Okay, cool. Now,
I should roll the other one because it could be another 6, right?
If it's 6,
oh,
then,
you could crit, yeah.
Oh!
Okay.
The clock goes away.
The bottle is now empty. I now have 2 souls in me.
Good shit.
No. So here's the deal. Do you want to remove the gaze that was set upon you from interacting with the bottle the first time? Or do you want to push yourself further into this investigation while staying hidden in the shadows?
I mean,
number
What do
2.
you think he's gonna
I don't know.
say?
I don't know if you want, because remember the bottle might be going away soon.
It's going away soon.
it is
Okay.
going away.
I have to go.
But won't I still have a connection to the spirit? Because the spirit is in the bottle.
Well, it may or may not be a spirit.
Oh, what?
Or whatever connection it
What?
is.
Maybe
Yeah,
you have
idea?
to go visit Grandma. Ophelia.
Well, okay. Tell me if
Technical.
this seems dumb, but just
loves
because we give the bottle back doesn't mean that on his own downtime he'll be able to make his way to maybe a cure again. Like, he might.
He could also. I mean, like,
Yeah,
depending on
I think
Ophelia.
with the. Well, sorry, I'm just saying. I think with a crit, we can rule that you can contact this thing without the bottle now.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Interesting.
If you
Or
want-
even maybe to the point where now that I've made this very deep, intimate, personal connection, that whatever Ophelia hopes to gain from the bottle, she can't take full advantage of it without my involvement.
Ooh.
I mean, like, I could take you to see her.
Ooh.
That would be bad.
She likes children.
Do you want that to be the crit? That could cause complications for the crew. I'm all for criticals that give me more fun stuff to play with, but you did get a
I
crit.
do like the idea that I have a special relationship with
I
whoever
just
this
don't
was.
want Ophelia
that
to know
works-
I'm working with Skrillex.
If this works with the fiction for you, because you haven't given us any clue about what the
Yeah,
bottle's effects
It works
are.
totally fine.
So if
Okay.
it works that this bottle now is like, someone has already attuned to me, we're buds, I'm sorry. Like whatever Ophelia's
Okay.
doing with it,
She'll
it's
be
like,
what do
you are now the summoner wish dude. It's like, I'm sorry, I've already promised my wish to this other guy.
Mhm.
I'll say I didn't do anything. I tried to stop him.
Well, no,
you
you
have
don't
no
say
idea
anything.
about any of this.
You won't know.
Yeah,
No,
So
you
you won't
just
know
know
now.
that we fucked up the bottle.
She'll
So
just be mad at me.
here's what happens.
Great.
So you're like attuned into
I
this
risked my
bottle,
life for this
studying
damn
it and
bottle.
stuff, and
You fucks-
like before, that like weird air starts spinning in it,
Yeah.
and you get these flashes and like visions of these patterns of symbols in your mind. It's a whole bunch of different geometric shapes drawn in different configurations.
Yep.
And you're watching the bottle, and as it's doing this, the runes on the paper around the bottle like start to catch fire a bit. Like they suddenly alight with like this blue ectoplasmic flame, and they light up, and then they slowly die down again. And the wind inside the bottle dies down, and then slowly lifts out of the bottle and goes and just hits right into your brain. And the bottle just kind of goes. And
The math's in my head now.
Is it like is there like
Yeah.
no use for this bottle now?
you don't know that, but
Oh,
yes,
you
the
have no
bottle
idea.
the bottle is effectively useless.
Did you tell me what you did?
No, I
No.
never do.
So I'm not gonna go. You're not gonna come with me to deliver it.
Why would I?
No.
That was never part of the deal.
Right.
You
But-
always did this on your own.
but
That's
here's the
your
thing.
deal.
The
risk our-
only
we
person
risk
this
our
will cause
lives.
trouble for is me.
That's not true.
No,
That's
No,
not,
this-
no,
this
that's
will-
not
this
true.
will-
No, not true at
That's
all.
the fuck with all of us.
It's gonna cause trouble for a lot of
You
people.
have no idea.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna lose my connection. My
That's also
That's-
not how it
my
works.
friend.
No.
I didn't risk my life with a demon
If-
so you could get possessed.
No, if anything,
I'm not possessed. I now have the theoretical map.
she doesn't know why it's not working.
Well, she knows.
What?
Like,
what
she
map?
wouldn't blame you for the fact
Exactly.
that it's not working.
Exactly.
Yeah, she
It's
said,
just that-
bring me the bottle.
Yeah, we brought her the bottle. The people who had
We'll
it
see.
before could have done something terrible
You,
to it.
remember, your character doesn't know what the bottle was for, why she wanted it, or what
Yeah.
it did. So
True.
your character wouldn't be upset that you did exactly what you
No,
were supposed to do.
I'm,
Yeah.
no, I'm just gonna be disappointed later if she's mad at me.
Yeah, but I think James knows. Yeah.
Don't blame
So now do I roll my one die?
Yes.
Was she gonna give us money for this bottle?
Critical should give you like a
Probably.
bonus.
She-
She
she did.
heavily implied it.
She better, yeah.
She heavily implied
When
it.
you crit a resistance roll, you
Yeah,
clear
that'd
one
be good.
stress.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you a bonus die. That
Alright.
makes
Now
sense.
we're swimming in gold.
If you want it, remember you can. Or can you overindulge here?
Oh, yeah.
I can. I have 5. I was thinking that you would get to pick or something. Like,
I'll let you pick.
Alright.
That makes
It's
sense.
gonna be like that Gesaffelstein video where
So
you
three.
melt
Okay,
down the
cool.
gold and just like encase your whole body in it.
so that was the first action. So
Okay.
we're back up to Marco.
That's
right?
oddly
Marco,
specific.
action number 2.
Do we have the opportunity to train, or do we need special things for that?
You can always train. You guys have prowess marked off, so you get 2 XP when you train that. You can't train the same thing twice.
Oh, I'm trained prowess.
Okay, so you train prowess. Okay,
That's what I wanted to train.
Coyote.
Okay, so I have a question because this is the very first time I've dealt with harm. So I have the level 1 harm.
Right.
So if something were to happen to me, there's this other level 1 harm, and so
So if you take level 1 harm again, which will happen from getting harmed on a controlled roll, or from a risky effect of harm that isn't as bad, you can write it in this box.
Yeah.
If I tell you to take a level 1 harm and both of these are filled, you have to take a level 2.
Okay.
And it keeps going up.
But the fact that it's only 1 box doesn't.
No, it does. You have
Oh,
less
it does?
effect. This is just 2 boxes, so you can take 2 level 1 harms before you're forced to take a
And
second.
what is it less effect for?
So when I say great effect, you do standard.
Okay. Well.
If you have 2 level 1 harms?
Yeah. No, if you just have 1.
Okay, well.
There's 2 slots for level 1 harm, so you're not forced to take a higher harm if you've just taken a single level 1 harm.
I get yeah.
But it's less effect if you have either one of those.
Okay, I'm not gonna heal myself yet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a long-term project.
Okay.
That long-term project is going to be what I mentioned off camera about trying to figure out some sort of thing to master my disguise through magic.
Disguise.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you gonna learn about this? What does Ptolemy do?
What does Coyote do?
What does Coyote do? Yeah.
Well, you know what I wanted to do, but then you probably would make that a score instead.
No, say it.
Like, you mentioned earlier that there's these sisters.
The Demmer sisters?
The Demmer sisters.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to talk to the Demmer sisters?
Yeah, like if I
That's totally fine.
Teach me.
like, but I was told that everyone who goes there,
Yeah, they're
then
freaking
nobody comes back alive.
Uh-huh.
No,
And, like,
they just never come back out. Maybe the secret is they come out as someone else. That's their secret.
I can't learn this skill right away. That'd be crazy. But
Yeah.
They might,
That-
want,
that's
you to,
just
they
a-
might
that-
want you to do
No,
something
that works
for
great.
them.
If you wanna go and talk to the Demmer sisters,
Do you want
They might
backup?
want- they might want you to do
totally do
something.
that. Yeah. Does anybody want to back him up on this or?
I mean, because we.
Hey, I gotta go to Crow's Foot anyways.
I mean,
I do.
Yeah, we'll pick it up on the way. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, if you guys join me, you could probably ask them questions about what this whole statue was all about. Maybe they might know information. So it might be like it behooves them
I have a lot
to
of stuff
learn
to do.
more about these
Yeah.
these things that we've been in contact with. But I'm also getting something out of it by
Yeah. The sisters.
instead of bringing it to us, we shall destroy you all.
Yeah, he did say to be discreet. The sisters are also kind of the nuclear option here. There are other
Yeah.
whisperers you could just hire and speak to in the city who might know something, but the thing with them is they probably definitely will, right?
But they'll want something from you, for sure. Like like children or something.
like children.
Well, how many
Just-
children is that?
Just puts Arthur in front.
But
of
the question.
Take him. He's already like, been
Please.
possessed 10
Yeah.
times today.
I'd like to be able to change my appearance. 1 child, please.
Done.
Oh, it happens to me.
This takes care of
Wait,
2 of our
what?
problems.
Okay, you know what? The fact that I've brought it up means I'm doing it.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
All right.
I'm going,
Awesome.
and I don't know if you guys
So-
want to go with me.
Let's,
Hey, I said I
let's
had to
save
go to
that
Crow's
because
Foot.
I want to do that in free play a little later. But that'll be part of your long-term project.
Okay, but yeah, so I have a clock now.
Yeah. So start a. We're gonna wait and see how big the clock is. So give it a sec.
Okay.
And it doesn't use up our action, right? We can join him without it taking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct. It's yeah. Okay, Caelin, your second downtime action.
I guess I'll work on this one. Gather intelligence on police. Try to get inroads with them.
Yes. Okay. Cool. How are you doing that?
Just more consorting.
Okay, roll it.
That's not the one that went away with the last complication.
No,
right?
that
Okay.
wasn't even a clock. That was just a contact. So this could actually
Oh,
help
okay.
me get a new one.
Can I call this clock Chic Mystique?
Chic Mystique.
Yeah, it's fine.
I love it.
That's what I want to call the the clock.
5.
Okay, so mark off 2 segments.
Getting close.
Ooh, one more.
And then I go to the 4.
Yeah, then you go to the 4 count clock.
Oh, there's 2 clocks?
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
a
man.
long
It's a chain
project,
clocked.
Yeah.
Takes a long time to gather information about the police and get inroads with
Yeah,
them.
that's true.
Okay.
You gotta ask the right
Especially
people.
like when like
Luckily, the last
I
conversation-
don't want them to know who I am
Yeah.
at the same time.
No, it's lucky that last one didn't impact this, because if they were tied together, it's like, oh, you lost your file. This is going to really make it hard to find information.
So you grease the right palms, you talk to the right people. Okay, Arthur.
Healing. And
Okay.
now that I have a high-level
Yes.
leech, that should improve my
So
dice rolls.
you come by. He comes by the thing, and it's this kind of younger dude. He's got this kind of big frame. He's a big guy. He's got like this huge bulk, and he's wearing this vest that has all these like chemicals and vials across him when he comes in, and he has this black cloth mask across his face.
He doesn't
when
look like a
enters.
real doctor.
No, he's a leech.
Okay.
This is an underworld doctor.
Okay.
This is and so Bruce like answers the door, and the guy bows and he says, "They're good to see Mr. Arkady." And Bruce looks back at you and gives you one of these. Like what's going on, Arthur?
It's a specialist.
Your help has been fine, but I feel like my healing has not been progressing as quickly as it could. So I had a friend recommend a more skilled practitioner.
Bruce turns back to look at the leech, and you can tell he's uncomfortable with the fact that this kind of weird-looking dude is going to be operating on his charge, but you're the boss. So he kind of like grunts a bit and steps to the side, and Thurgood enters, and he like grabs his coat and like tugs on it a bit nervously. It looks like he's very uncomfortable being in this like noble household.
Oh,
setting.
interesting. Okay.
And he goes, "Yes, the patient," and he looks and sees you there. Do you have you don't have your girl mask
No.
on right now.
I'm at home.
He looks at your scar for a second, and he gets down next to you, and he gets a little uncomfortably close, and he's like, "Oh, how interesting. An ectoplasmic burn, and it's refused to heal."
Ghost dog.
Is Bruce
Like
still in the
Bruce
room?
is like right there. Okay. So, yeah, you see Bruce like turn, and he goes, "All right."
Bruce has known me my whole life. I've been dealing with ghosts like possessing me, and like he was there when
Yeah.
Lyrex like tried to eat me
Yeah.
when my parents were still alive. So
And Thurgood shivers a bit at that and goes, "Well, right this way." And he leads you in. He unpacks his tools and stuff like that, and he starts repairing your wounds. So he rolls with 4 dice
yeah.
because he is Skurlock's physician.
Oh, he will roll.
No, you roll. You
Oh,
roll.
okay.
That's fine. I was getting them out. 5.
5, 5, 4, 2.
So fill out 2 clock segments.
Yay! So that takes care of 1 full clock.
It reduces all of the harm by a level.
Okay, so basically, dog bite goes down to dog bite, and dog bite 2 goes away.
Yep.
Nice.
So I forgot I had a knife wound, and I'd rather do that than train because I don't want to have
Okay.
diminished effect on stuff.
We can do that. Do you want to
How does that work?
Well, you would need to find a physician or somebody to
Uh-huh.
work on you. Do you want to like talk to Arthur and see if Thurgood can work on you too, or?
Sure. I mean, like, we both.
Yes, in fact, because I knew that because we are part of a team,
Mhm.
if I knew he was coming that night, I would just invite Marco to dinner so that he would be at my home when the person arrived.
Yeah. I mean, I got like a knife
Okay.
stab wound, so that needs to like.
I've got-
Bruce,
I've
we'll
got an
need a
algae.
second setting at dinner tonight.
I'm gonna mark off another segment on where does Arthur go clock. It's got
What is that
5 left.
clock?
It's when Bruce
it was like
starts. It's when it fills.
Oh,
Bruce
yeah.
is going to be like.
that was
"All
like
right."
his very first clock.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna roll 4 dice, Nick.
I roll for 4
Yeah,
dice.
you roll 4 dice because that's Thurgood's healing ability.
Are we allowed to
Um,
know how much of the clock is filled?
That's a 6
If you ask me, I'll tell you.
No,
So you
6.
check off 3 segments.
of this
Uh-huh.
clock here.
Yes, and when
Okay.
that clock fills, all the harm reduces by a level.
I want to know how much
I
is
see.
left on the dog can smell me.
After this downtime, it will fill.
Oh, so now that I have 3 boxes full, I can go get,
Okay.
messed up real bad, and then.
And I'm gonna. This dog is gonna fill, and I'm gonna go see these sisters
you,
where
you
you
can
die.
get messed up real bad,
Yeah.
and then yeah. but
Alright.
your previous harm remains, and
Dang it.
This was worth it, though.
Okay, so that's the end of downtime because everybody's
I'm
taking
gonna
their
spend
two
a rep
actions.
to take one more downtime action to train prowess.
Oh, you're gonna spend a rep for the whole crew? Okay, so okay. So we have 2 rep, and go ahead and train prowess, gain 2 XP.
Yay!
Okay.
Okay.
So-
XP.
I'm gonna wait for Ryan to get back because we're gonna go into free play here, where we're talking about
Oh,
a
this
lot
is
of
the
a
XP
lot of
phase.
different things.
So much
Things.
has to happen.
This
Oh,
is
there's free play and then XP. Okay,
yeah XP at the end of the session.
gotcha.